Me, name's Sunny. Welcome back to another video. Today we are back in TiNy Battle Bros. Yep, the game's got a name. It's called TiNy Battle Bros, and then the Royale part is pretty much just the extra part. The game itself is called TiNy Battle Bros. And you can see here, there has been a massive upgrade to what I've done so far. We're still controlling the same character with the same moveset. The camera is a little bit more fluid, so you can see here when I do a triple jump, whee, you can see the actual camera does wobble about as per his actual flips. And I even made that work now in first person mode. So if you look in first person here, you can see, whoop, and we've got the actual sort of camera in a much better place. You can still see his head, but you can also see that it's not showing in front of the camera. 1, 2, and triple jump. And you can see it doesn't do a full flip, but it does give you the feeling of actually doing a sort of flip there. So we've still got the customizations. You can still pop them all on your head like so. And you can see a new sort of skin as well on the character. New skin, pretty cool. You can see when he's aiming, he still has that aiming look. But more importantly, we've got something additional that I've added to the customization system. I was going to add a little skin switcher here, but I haven't done that yet, and this is the only skin available with the new UV layout for the character. Let's get to see these things on here. We've got a Joker top hat. Yeah, it's not, I mean, I don't think he wears a top hat for most cases, but I've seen like at least one screenshot or one image of the Joker where he's got a top hat on anyway. But here's the thing. So what you can actually do, I did mention before that when you right click things, you drop them, but when you left click, you could also drop them before, but now I wanted to change it to something else. And what that is you take the same customizations that you had before, and you can do this, click, 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 and you can swap the way that you actually style them. Let me look down a little bit here, so you can see the top of his head. So you've got here, sort of move where you align them on your head. So you can see here, you could go all diagonal look on him. You can't do that on the glasses yet, but you can just sort of remove and swap them out the same as before. But you can do it with the top hat, and you can see that one of them is quite silly. He just has it sort of upside down on his head, wearing it the wrong way. I like to have it this leaning forward look, rather than, you know, the sort of what's it called? Is it Charlie Brown? No, not Charlie Brown. That little it doesn't matter. Anyways, boink. I like to have it sort of leaning forward here slightly. He looks like a bit of a Desperado style thing. Now let's pick up our weapons. In fact, we've got here bazooka, shotgun, and pistol. Yep. And now they actually fire. So let's have a look. Boom, boom. You can see the bullets actually do fly forward. You've got some nice particle effects here. And yep, each weapon has its own sort of bullet system. And you can see the actual first person does work. So pop to pop to pop. And of course when you crouch, when you jump, everything is animated nice and neatly. And he's always aiming. So you can still see him here in the customizer here, even while you're moving around in first person. Pretty cool. Here I've got some additional buttons for switching between weapons, so quick switching. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, and of course each weapon has its own style as well. Boom, boom. We've got a nice shotgun here, and we've got the bazooka. This one's got the nicest effects. Boom, boom. You can see actual missiles as well. They all look like actual rockets there. Some nice effects. It doesn't actually affect you or move the cart at all. And yes, we do have a go-kart in game. And I also have this other pistol, which is literally the same model, except it's a little bit shinier. And that's just for a test pistol that I wanted to use. I'm sort of building a sniper bullet. There is actual bullet drop on the weapons. So if you use the bazooka here, you can see that it does actually fall beneath the circle here. So if we've got in a dark area here, you can see the circle, doing, and the missile does drop down there. And the same happens with actual bullets as well, although they have a limitation on how far they travel. But you can see it does very slightly drop, if you can actually see. In fact, it's hitting the bottom of the ring right now. You'll notice that the actual aim ring is quite large. And that's just that's for the sake of all the customizations that there will be on the weapons. because we're going to need to be able to have useful customizations on the weapons, so useful attachments. You sort of attach a sniper scope or a laser dot sight or whatever. Let's have a red hat on here. Yep, quite cool, quite cool. Anyways, pop over into the cart and you can actually drive it. Yep, and it's even got the bunny hop. Boing. Let's drive this around and show you the new map here. So we've got some water, which doesn't actually function as water. Of course, we can fire while we are driving. Yep. And same goes for the rocket launcher. While we're driving. And you can see he's animating as well while he's driving. Now I've also added a bit of zoom in for the camera when you go close to objects. So let's stop over here. And here you can see the camera doesn't actually go into the tree. Instead, it just zooms in. The same when you go down here. And of course, when you sort of run past, it sort of bounces in. Let's grab hold of this cart again, and let's have a look at the map. And you can see a bunch of new models, new sort of small rocks on the ground are much more detailed and much more obvious. We've got new textures on the trees. I've actually baked in a lot of the lighting, so things like the ambient occlusion and stuff. You can go first person in the cart, but the camera is a little bit off. Anyways, we've got some nice windmills up there, and we've got some nice buildings here. Now they're nowhere near finished, of course. A few sort of different coloured trees as well, and you can see here the buildings are nowhere near finished. So let's just stop over here, and you can go into them, but there's nothing beyond that point. Anyways, let's just have a drive through. Oh, the other thing you can do is actually you can get out of the cart while you're moving, and you can just sort of jump out and carry on. What's this? Oh wait, it doesn't work unless you're going a little bit downwards. That's the only problem with it right now. Let's have a look. We'll go down here. Oh, it's not working very well, but oh well. When you jump out, you actually you get a little bit of the extra sort of boost from the cart itself. So you can sort of bunny hop and then press jump and get out of the cart while you're thinking. And let's get a bazooka and see if we can aim it into a building while driving. Quite cool, quite cool. Let's move along now, further along the map. This is quite a large map, by the way. I kind of like using the shotgun as well because of that spread. So yeah, you can see we were over there where we started, boom boom. And let's drive forward. The bunny hop system is really making this kart a lot more fun. I could probably make a whole go-kart game out of this. Like, it does feel very Mario Karty at the same time. Whoops. I do have a button that flips me over as well, just in case. But what I'd want to do is actually I'd make it so that you have to get out of the kart to flip it over. It's not going to be the only vehicle, of course. But let's drive through this rocky area here and go see what we're looking at, because there is more than one area in the game already now. The map is far more detailed. I'm doing a lot more on the game itself. These rocks are all not sort of collidable. They're just sort of foliage type rocks. So it's just details on the text on the terrain itself. And you can see here, if we use the rocket launcher, you can actually chase the rockets themselves. So you can shoot it up and just sort of try and aim to drive with it. You can see we're going into a sort of deserty area now. Much more details everywhere as well. We've got palm trees. We've got these nice sort of more obvious orange rounded rocks. That sort of sandstone, sandblasted type rock. You can see the rocket just fell down there, right from down there where we were. It's quite a large map. Again, the water doesn't do anything to you, so you can't swim or anything yet, but it does have some nice detail on it. You can see here the character does go all soaky. Not particle effects or anything like that, but yeah, it looks nice. It looks really nice. And that's about all for all the extra details that we've got here. Let's just try some actual karting here. I can do a full 360. Let's try and do a full 360. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, now that's some moves right there. having fun. So what I'm going to do is get this sort of area like a bit of an Arabian styled type area. Those sort of square buildings with maybe the domes on top. And then on that area there, I'll remove the palm trees. Maybe have a sort of old western style area as well. I'm just going to have loads of different biome styles, loads of different areas as well there. You'll have sort of a rocky area, a snowy area, all of those kinds of things. But for now, that's all it is really. All these little areas. You can still select your weapons from the top thing here, but and you can see he does actually sort of animate while you're in the character customizer as well. It's really fun. It's really fun. But yeah, this is quite fun. I just like driving around now anyway. That's all really. That's all I'm going to show for this video. I'm just going to drive around a little bit, probably get back to where we were. The windmill rotary things, the actual mill itself, they are physics objects. They can sort of smack you a little bit, but they're just sort of animated physics objects. So those things up there, which I probably won't be able to hit with these rockets, they are actually physically moving as well, so they can sort of smack your cart about. But beyond that, there's nothing else really. None of the other areas in the game are actually done, but I might stop here, probably shoot a rocket here and show you the current map size. So this is where we started. This is that water area nearby. These are the windmills here. I'm down here where you can see this rocket coming from me. In fact, I've shot 2 rockets. You can see all the smoke coming from it. And of course, all the way over there, that's where the desert area was. And you can see how quite large this map really is right now. It's really big. It's really big. It's all custom built by me. Everything's detailed by me. The textures are all custom made as well. The palm trees, the other trees, everything's made. The grass textures, the rock shapes, everything. I've done a bunch of stuff, but it's not complete. It's nowhere near complete. These houses need a little bit of randomization. The interiors need to be done. There needs to be doors here. I'm going to build a fence placing system. So I'll probably show off the new sort of rock placing system as well. If I just grab one of the rock places that I've already built, I'm just going to duplicate. And you can see here on the right hand side, I've got some nice buttons here. And all I do is select the prefab that I've got. I've already done so, and then click, and it automatically places them. I can randomize the materials. I can randomize the scale between different ranges. So if I say between 0.6 and 4, then we'll go click, and you can see they're randomizing now. I can press clear and it clears the whole lot. And I also have an undo button. So 1, 2, 3. Undo. It works brilliantly. Delete. There we go, got rid of that. But yeah, it's quite a useful system, because obviously I've been using it for placing all my rocks, because Unity's terrain system is useful for trees, but beyond that point it doesn't do much for physical collidable rocks and stuff. I'll be doing the same thing with fence places and wall places and everything. I'd like to add a lot more sort of breakable, destructible kind of terrain objects as well. So the rocks themselves, maybe they won't be destructible. The trees, again, they won't be, because that's part of Unity's terrain system. But fences, you know, doors, physics objects like that, everything, a lot of destructibility as well. And boom, there we go. That's the end of this video. Goodbye.